The world watched in anticipation. From the Vatican to Manila, millions of faithful waited anxiously for news. Pope Francis had been hospitalized, and prayers filled churches, homes, and public squares across the globe. The Catholic Church stood on the brink of a historic moment, and all eyes turned to one crucial sign: the chimney above the Sistine Chapel. The world held its breath, waiting for the appearance of white smoke. As time passed, tension grew. Conversations buzzed online, and in the streets filled with speculation and prayer. Then at last, the moment arrived. A plume of white smoke billowed into the sky. A new pope had been chosen. The news spread like wildfire, sparking celebrations and intense curiosity. In St. Peter's Square, thousands gathered in hushed excitement. All eyes were fixed on the grand balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re stepped forward, his voice solemn yet powerful. In Latin, he declared, "Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum habemus papam," which translates to, "I bring you great joy, we have a pope." A moment of silence followed before the name was revealed: Luis Antonio Tagle. The world was stunned. For the first time in 2,000 years, the Catholic Church had elected an Asian pope. History had been made. Born in 1957 in Manila, Philippines, Pope Tagle was already widely respected for his humility, kindness, and deep faith. His election marked a significant shift in the Church, recognizing the growing influence of the global South. Pope Tagle's journey to the papacy was extraordinary. Ordained as a priest in 1982, he quickly gained recognition for his intellect and compassion. He earned a doctorate in theology in Rome and later became a professor, priest, and bishop, known for his dedication to serving others. In 2011, Pope Benedict XVI appointed him Archbishop of Manila, expanding his influence. His unwavering commitment to the poor and marginalized made him a beloved figure worldwide. His election was a defining moment for the Church. For centuries, European popes had led the Vatican, but Pope Tagle's rise signaled change. With the Philippines being home to one of the world's largest Catholic populations, his selection was a reflection of deep, enduring faith in the region. His ability to bridge cultural and linguistic gaps made him an ideal leader for the modern era. Fluent in multiple languages and deeply knowledgeable about different traditions, he emerged as a unifying figure. His vision for the Church centered on inclusivity, justice, and outreach to the most vulnerable. In the Philippines, celebrations erupted. The streets of Manila filled with joyous crowds. Church bells rang, fireworks lit up the sky, and people rejoiced in their homes. More than just national pride, this was a spiritual triumph, a moment of validation for a nation whose Catholic roots ran deep. When Pope Tagle finally stepped onto the balcony, the world watched in awe. His warm smile exuded kindness and sincerity. His first words spoke of love, unity, and service. He called on Catholics to embrace the poor and the forgotten, urging them to live with compassion and generosity. However, his journey would not be without challenges. The Catholic Church faced internal struggles, from doctrinal debates to financial concerns. While many embraced his progressive vision, traditionalists feared change. Issues such as priestly celibacy, the role of women in the Church, and modernization sparked intense discussions. Additionally, the Church still grappled with past scandals, making trust and transparency urgent priorities. Yet Pope Tagle's influence was undeniable. His humility and devotion to service resonated deeply. He rejected luxury and power, instead dedicating himself to uplifting those in need. One of his most ambitious goals was environmental justice. Recognizing the urgency of climate change, he spearheaded initiatives to protect natural resources, especially in vulnerable regions like the Amazon. He also launched Vatican-led efforts to address poverty, migration, and inequality, determined to make the Church a force for global good. Another cornerstone of his leadership was interfaith dialogue. He met with leaders of various religious backgrounds, promoting unity in an increasingly divided world. He believed faith should build bridges, not walls, and he worked tirelessly to foster peace. Pope Tagle's election signified a new chapter in the Church's history. Though challenges lay ahead, his message of compassion and inclusivity inspired millions. His leadership was not just a victory for the Philippines, it was a shift in the Catholic Church's identity on a global scale. As the world looked to the future, one thing became clear. Pope Tagle was not merely leading an institution, he was igniting a movement of faith, hope, and unity. Through his words and actions, he reminded the world of Christianity's most fundamental principles: love, service, and compassion.